Oh, this is definitely hangover cam. I should really be dead. I drank a lot of beer last night. Big night. That's why I only do every second night. So, yeah, I need recovery time. Just gonna get myself my lunch from my favorite place. I still can walk a reasonable distance. I'm okay. Actually, it's a nice day. It's a bit overcast, but it's probably, I don't know, low 20s at the moment, I would think. Humidity probably a little high, but not bad. It's schools everywhere. Yeah, it's hey, that's funny. That woman, the band Me woman down there, she was flooded with customers yesterday morning. No one there now, but yeah, she does good banh mi, which is the basically it's a bread roll with Vietnamese delicacies spread inside. So all the office workers getting out now, so see there, so pretty normal this time of day. People doing all their usual crap. There's always stuff happening. But the good thing is it's quiet and peaceful, serene here. No one ever honks their horn. It's fantastic in Saigon. Motorists are very calm, very zen. And no one ever cuts you off when you walk across, even when you have a green light. It's wonderful. It is such an awe-inspiring existence. Okay, I'll just wait here. Red light. Red lights are sort of like a rough measure to the traffic, you know. Maybe you should think of stopping, I think, is what the intent is. Oh, there you go, Mr. Vinnasan cab closes on. That's good. And we have green. So, but of course, people still cross. Pedestrians are shit. No one cares about pedestrians. See, where I come from, all angles at you. Why did we go to war with these people? You're never going to win. They're so tenacious. The irony is, I think Australians and Vietnamese have a lot more in common than many other Asian countries. Vietnamese, in my opinion, have a great sense of humour, and I think that's why they make good citizens in Australia. Although probably the same can be said with America, I don't know. But they certainly are very good immigrants for us, as opposed to other places. I don't have to point it out. I mean, pretty damn obvious where we're getting problems from, and it ain't from places like Vietnam, or the subcontinent, or China. Yeah, you're getting the picture. There's no point even mentioning it. The left-wing press in Australia, which is a majority, they will not even talk about who the problem is, of course. But you come to a place like Vietnam, it's wonderful. None of that crap happening here. They just want to make money. They want to live, have a bit of fun, but they need to make money. Poor country. But the girls are great. You know, this is nice walk here. I love walking around Saigon. Saigon is a fantastic walking city. That's what I love about it. Compared to, say, Bangkok. Bangkok has good infrastructure, and it has the SkyTrain and the metro, but it doesn't have the breathing space that you have here. So look at this, it's beautiful. This is really nice. And we are in the center of Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. And you still have this little green area, and it was not little, it's actually quite reasonably sized. It's great. It's one of the many reasons I love this place. On top of the fact that there's cheap beer, hot women, pretty good accommodation. I mean, I'm paying $45 a night for my apartment, and it's a very nice apartment. And I seem to be sleeping okay in there now, although was more a comatose sleep last night because of all the booze. But yeah, and I'm adjusting, even in spite of the fact that it is a crappy bed, which I will mention to Airbnb. But of course, no one listens generally. You know, the hosts might, they might. But I'm a bit cynical about Airbnb. I think the traditional hotels are more responsive to these things. But Airbnb, if you want to get an apartment, it is undoubtedly the best value. But you are rolling the dice to some extent. If you're not adventurous, I suggest you stick with a traditional hotel because the reviews are much more accurate and you know where you stand. But Airbnb definitely has its place, and the majority of my stay is at Airbnb. Now hopefully I'm going to have a guest come over to my place and we'll see if I get any hassles. Hopefully not. I did check with the host before I booked to ask that specific question because I had real hassles up here where I was staying last time at Homestay, up the road here. The guard was a real pain and actually refused me allowing a friend from one of the bars to actually come in to my room. They actually refused. I was pretty stupid. I probably should have just paid them a bribe, and they would have been okay. Because I had to do that to get the guy to actually open the gate one night. But you know, I'm pretty thick. I'm pretty slow on the uptake at times. Once I get the idea in my head, I'm okay. But it can take a while for me to actually work out what's going on, and that's nothing to do with age. I've always been like that. So here we go. Nice little quiet street again. There's two typical backpackers. They probably never go to the real part of Vietnam. I get that. I see that a lot. People, they come here and they stay in the one area. You know, like they won't go more than a block from, say, their hotel. It's ridiculous. Or they go to cliche tourist attractions. That's not travel, not in my book anyway. You know, not that I have the right to tell anybody what to do, but just for me, it's anathema to travel. Travel is an adventure. It should be an adventure. And you should get to know the locals. You should try to learn a bit of the language. I mean, it's not easy, I know. But it's not super difficult these days. Not with like YouTube. I've got a number of YouTube videos on Vietnamese. I could have learned a lot more Vietnamese through those videos. And the Vietnamese I have learnt is working. People do understand. I've asked a few people, which is actually the phrase that they do understand is I don't understand or I do understand. I can say that and know that they will understand what I'm saying. So that's an achievement, and you need to build up your confidence with languages. You need to actually use the language and gain that confidence. It's one of the biggest. Look, I told you, even Jeff at my apartment block, who's been here 5 years and is an English teacher, he doesn't want to touch Vietnamese. He thinks it's too hard, and he's a bloody English teacher, for God's sake. So if you have that attitude amongst people like that, you know, probably got a bit of nous to it. It's crazy. What hope you got? Yeah, this is late morning, by the way, on Wednesday, the 2nd of November. I'm lousy with dates. I think it's the 2nd of November. On the political front, I noticed that there's a bit of talk on YouTube about our darling Hillary pantsuit Clinton with pantsuits designed to stuff as much corruption into her pockets as she possibly can. Oh my God, it's like talking about a third world country now with America. And of course Trump is full of hot air. You know, it's a really ordinary choice that they have. I'd have to go with Trump just because I think there needs to be a change in culture there. He's okay, he is dangerous. We don't know what he's going to do, but I'm prepared to cop that. He's certainly not a military hawk, and that people might think that. That is bullshit. He's not. And I think all this crap he talks about building a wall in Mexico, he actually negotiates with people. He'll schmooze with a lot of people. But one thing he isn't the political establishment. And that's what shits me. I think it shits a lot of Americans and Australians. We're fed up with the political establishment running the show. And he's a game changer. And for that reason alone, I would vote for him. But not with any huge confidence, I admit. But it's got to that extent. It's really desperate times. So here's my food retailer, or retail or whatever, the food trolley over there. I will go that side when I return from the supermarket. I walk down here to the supermarket. This building seems to be in construction for years. It's taking a long time to complete. Well, this one might be complete, but there's one next to it that's actually been in construction for a long time. It's the street I stayed at, very nice street. Love this part of town. Oh my, there's a bit of traffic. I was down there. I might. No, I'll keep walking. I don't expect to get much at the supermarket, but this is the nicest supermarket I know of. The other co-ops are really crowded, but this one is pretty good. It's yeah, it's I think because it's in the embassy area, a very upmarket area, they have to provide a pretty good quality of service. I don't even know who owns the co-ops. I mean, it's called a co-op, so maybe it actually is that sort of an ownership structure. Obviously, being a socialist country, they're still paying lip service to not having a retail outlet like a supermarket in the West. But it's pretty farcical considering that I've talked to many bar girls and they all have to pay for their own health cover. I confirmed that again last night. There's no free health cover. It's in this supposed socialist nirvana. Well, that's terrible. I know it's a poor country, but if you call yourself a socialist country, healthcare has got to be a top priority, I would have thought. And ironically, me from capitalist Australia, we have one of the best public health systems in the world. So obviously they can't match that because they don't have the money, but they could provide a basic service for all Vietnamese, I would have thought, especially in hospitals, at no cost, but they don't seem to. So I don't know what's going on there. It's very strange to me how that jives with calling yourself a socialist country. It doesn't. And it's like calling Stalinist Russia a communism. Now, the concept of communism was nothing like that. They gave up on pure communism back in the 20s when the revolution took place. It's just totally bastardized. You have to have a system that takes account of the flaws and foibles of humans, which are manifest. That's why democracy is such a stuffed up system, democracy, but that's probably one of its great strengths. It takes into account how pathetic we are, all the deals we make, and it sort of stumbles through, and it does seem to provide a basis for wealth generation in general. You know, with other institutions involved, but yeah, it's but look, Vietnam is they're being pretty pragmatic. They've obviously seen what's happened in China, and you can see that they are definitely unleashing the potential of the population here, and I think the growth rates here are quite good, and again, good on them. They will be a Thai, and my prediction is that they will put the Thais to shame in a few years. Who knows what this place could be like in a decade? It could. I think the Thais are going to be basically languishing to some degree. They're not bad at what they do, but the Vietnamese have a lot of energy. They are, yeah, like bike riders who ride into you. Yeah, well, anyway. Oh, this is a good banh mi stall just here. I've been here a few times. Very good banh mi. Well, was. Shut by the looks of it. It's not there anymore. You see, this is what a blind man has to get right up to a place to know what's going on. I don't think they would have moved the co-op though. I think I can count on the fact that that's still here. At least my food trolley's still here. With my friendly Vietnamese guy who spent a couple of years in Australia 15 years ago in Sydney, and he speaks perfect English, and it's bloody brilliant because he's got some great food and he can tell me what he's got. So, and he doesn't rip you off. He's a nice guy. But we're not far from the co-op now. Like I say, it's a very nice part of town here. I could easily, if I was going to move here at some stage, I would look at this type of place. This would be the area I'd be looking at living in if I could. Although the rents are probably a bit higher. Okay, here's the co-op. So it's got the ramp access for the disabled, so I suppose that's not bad. But it is relatively genteel in here compared to a normal co-op. This is quiet. I have to go down this way, I think. I don't know. Is that the entrance? I thought the entrance was down there. Who knows? I'll just get through it. I'll go through here, bugger it. I'll have to. Okay, no problem. Now, I got a nice smile from one of the employees. It's nice, good start. Until they throw me out. Yes, it's fairly, this is like a Western supermarket. This is not what you normally get with co-ops. They are normally chockers full of shoppers. There's another one down District 3 to the west, and that is really busy. But this one is like paradise compared to your average Vietnamese supermarket. I'll pick up some juice if nothing else, and then I'll get my, but they've got a lot of, they've got sort of clothing and stuff as well. I don't know how much that stuff is. I could not believe how cheap that shirt was yesterday. I think it might be woolen stuff. Well, that's men's, but again, these might be small. That was the other weird thing. That shirt I bought yesterday for $70,000. That fitted me. I mean, I don't expect that. I expect it to be Vietnamese size. It's not. It was actually much bigger. Oh, that was incredible. Here we go. Juices. There's nothing to worry about. Mineral water, that's all supplied. So it saves me having to carry it, which is nice. And where's the one I... Oh, this one. Okay, this is the variety. Oh, they give you a... Oh, they've got a deal where they give you a glass, which is absolutely no use to me. It's good for the... I don't want to get that. It's 18,000. You have to pay for the glass. Oh, that sucks. Gee, it looks like it's going to cost more here than... Because of this deal they've got. Oh no, they're charging 51. It's actually more expensive here than it is at my local place, although they have more variety. Correction. There are 2 packs of juice in this one, so that is very good deal. And that's blackcurrant. I might get that. That's good. I better get myself a basket. I might get some Coke. I never drink Coke. I'll tell you what, good hangover cure. That must be the sugar or something does it for me, but it always works. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like, you know, it says 2. Looks like you get 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Gee, that's a good deal. Okay, I go for that. It's only money. And I get a glass. Wow. Okay. Oh, here's Coke. Coca-Cola. They only have small Coca-Cola in the... Oh, now they go from one extreme to the other. I get small one or big one. I never drink it, but I'll buy some. I can't get much more than that though. Be too much. That might do me, I think. Gee, it's heavy. I don't know if I really want anything else here at the moment. It's not too far from where I live. It's pretty convenient. This food section's not bad. The fresh veggie section. What? I don't know what she meant by that. Whether she was curious or don't want me to turn it off. I have no idea. It's a very strange reaction. Okay, well anyway, I'll go. That's enough. I can't carry any more anyway. I've got my small backpack, so here you go. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of, as usual, a lot of stuff you wouldn't get in a Western supermarket. It's a lot of people shopping here though. I might have to wait to get served, but that's okay. I'm in no rush.